Hi, welcome. This video is all about how we can work through depression and COVID-19. This era, coronavirus, the pandemic, it is chugging along here, and more people are finding the frustration, the stuckness, the flatness of depression, of this just dragging on, and how can we work through it? So let's keep watching. I'd love to share some of the ways I've been thinking about this and some tools. And this series, I'm going to do a few of these videos on COVID and depression. So this is the first video, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you're interested in more about the way that I relate to the world, I'm Swift River Everdy. I'd make videos around how to wake up our awareness, our connection with ourselves and the world around us. And I'd love if you would like, subscribe, click the bell down below so you can catch more of my videos. If you're interested in what I have to offer in the world, I'd love to share it. So let's talk about depression and COVID-19. This first video that I want to do on this subject is all about basic needs. I think anyone that's ever been to therapy will tell you, your therapist will ask you, how are you sleeping? Are you eating? Have you seen any friends? It's these, do you drink water? There's this level of basic needs that's required for our mental health. Sure, great. And how on earth do we access some of these things in this day and age? The logistics are directly more complicated. So there's the logistical piece of, I can't see my friends because I'm supposed to be quarantining. And there's this energetic block that's up, that's creating this numbness, this stuckness, this expectation of numbness and stuckness that is surrounding many of us, that we may or may not be aware of, but that we're coming up against this over and over again. And it's sort of this energetic field of this day and age right now. And how do we interface with that? What can we do? So the first thing I want to offer is an invocation. So I want to use my words to invite joy into your life, to invite, not just invite joy into your life, but the access of joy, to invite the possibility of opening that barrier a little bit, to give yourself the creativity, the curiosity, so on where you can see more joy. So let's take a breath together. And if you'd like to receive this invocation, please do. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. You can breathe deeply if that feels comfortable for you. Whatever feels light, you can just listen or do whatever feels right for you. Just taking a breath. I'm going to close my eyes. Witnessing what's coming in around you when we talk about depression or joy, feeling those clenching spots in your body, those huge points of view coming up, just witnessing them, bringing your day with you or not, as much as feels comfortable, coming to present time in the room you're in the space you're in, and if you'd like, taking a few breaths there. And I would like to offer you, if you would like to receive it, the purest connection to the exalted state of joy, separate from happiness, separate from the expectation of what feeling good looks like. Exalted joy that exists even when there's grief, that exists even when there is tragedy, that exists even when there is pain, that we can access, witness, and see both. And that's not even an either or, that we get to access, witness, and see joy as well as all the intricacies in and out between intensity, pain, strife, and bliss, joy, ease, space. And let's invoke for you, if you'd like to receive the purest connection to the exalted state of joy, and offering to every cell and particle of your body a connection, a curiosity, an access to joy, breaking, separating, straining, and filtering out, dismantling any of the structures, scaffolding, grids that have blocked you from receiving. And any of those, especially in any ways that they are no longer required or generative, offering a dismantling, a deconstruction of any and all of that blocking from joy, and taking a breath there. Offering you again the purest connection to exalted joy through all times, spaces, dimensions, and universes. And activate change and generate healing immediately. And taking a breath there. Coming back to your body a bit. Opening your eyes as you're ready. Thank you. Maybe rolling your shoulders a bit, coming back to the room. For me, at least, when I do that, I can feel a different shift in my lens of access. And with that shift in lens, I want to talk about some of the specifics of what I've been thinking about on accessing our connection to our basic needs. And the first piece is that it's just required that we get stupid creative, really flippin' creative in ways that we've never imagined, in ways that almost feel impossible. The first way I want us to get creative is to think about the tools we already have at hand, our coping skills that we do use, and clear the judgment off of them. Clear the judgment off of taking a nap. Clear the judgment off of watching TV or drinking a glass of wine or two. I want you to really be aware of the moments where you're judging those systems where they are not injuring you. They are actually helping you. Now, when I say that, I want you to also bring in the awareness of when they are injuring you. When you're drinking a bottle of wine a night, or sleeping all day long, or binge watching a show for 6 hours in a row, yes. And I think that nobody's fooling themselves when they pretend that that's a coping skill that's helpful for them. But I want you to witness the moments where you can take the flavor of the things that have been coping skills in the past, maybe have injured you in the past, close circuits on the injury, and use the moments that do feel generative. Yes, witness your addictions, step away from that, use support and help when you are sinking into those. But what I'm waking up feels a little separate of honoring the moments where it's okay to choose a nap. It's okay to flatten for a day if it's required. If you are feeling the heaviness of all of this surrounding you and you don't feel like there's another option, yes, watch a few hours of TV, please. Let yourself off the hook a little bit and use the resources that are already there. Secondly, when I say get stupid creative, I mean get silly, creative, wacko things you have never even imagined doing, never thought of doing it in this way. How on earth could I high-five a friend through a Zoom call? Why on earth would I go on a 2-minute walk because I only have 2 minutes between calls? Or why would I reach out to that friend I haven't talked to in years? And why would I try and navigate a safe vacation for myself where I go someplace and I quarantine the entire time? Get really creative. Think out of the box. You can do it. It's required. Really brainstorm. Use the resources at hand and do the things you've never done and never would imagine doing. Give it a try because it wakes up that place in us. When I'm talking about basic needs, I'm talking about, yes, sleep, food, water, connection, value, places where we feel valued, and play. So get creative on these things. If you need food, you get to give yourself permission to spend a little more money so you get a really good meal if your family has the access of doing that. Or sleeping in as you can, take a nap when you can, really let yourself off the hook a little bit and really blow out with creativity. The other piece I want to talk about is routines and habits, making some of these things habits, committing to something, try it for a day or try it every day for a week and see what it feels like. Rewrite routines, make things a routine, set things by your bedside table so you do them every day, either when you're waking up or going to sleep. Put something in your kitchen so you always do this. You always read a quote from this book when you're eating lunch or whatever it is. Make the routines, make the habits. put them in intentionally to rewrite your access to joy. This is a really difficult time. Joy feels inaccessible. So with this invocation of opening up some of that structure of refusing to receive joy or seeing it, witnessing some of the cracks in that structure, offering that, and then blasting it through with creativity of the things that you've already been using, that you've already used your whole life, clear the judgment, see what's required, and get silly, silly, silly creative. And write new routines, write new rule books, change the freaking rules on what you've always done and make new rules on how you access joy, how you access your basic needs. So thank you. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, click the bell if you'd like to hear more from me. If you're interested in more from me as the work I do with clients, there's a free mini course in the description called Ask Away, using questions to wake up our knowing and our awareness. And it's a 5-day free mini course. You can also just go ahead and book a free discovery call with me. I'd love to get to know you. I would love for you to get to know me better if you're interested in working one-on-one or just want to know more about the work I do in the world. So thank you so much, and many, many blessings to this time. It is a lot, and don't pretend it isn't. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.